Uh, First off, super proud of our group today. I think we started off really well and then had a disappointing second quarter and came in at halftime and made some adjustments. And the second half, I just think was full of grit and determination, and just really proud of our team today. And we haven't played a game in a really long time. So it was just a relief to be out on the court and playing together. So we had a lot of fun out there.
Yeah. Same thing. Obviously this is really short preparation. I'm just super proud of the team, and we know, USA are going to get better, and we know that we can get better as well. And, but, we're focused on ourselves. And like Jenna said, I thought we had some good moments. We had some moments that we need to get better at, but in the end we have, we had a lot of determination, and sometimes that's what you need. Just being aggressive, and we've got to be a team that plays defense and creates it out of that. But once we started having a better inside outside attack, things started flowing, and obviously making shots, that certainly helps as well.
Hey, Sandy, Doug Feinberg, the AP, congrats on the win. Just what has the last 24 hours been like? I mean, obviously Liz is gone now, and that's I think a huge part of what the Aussie program was expected to be. So she leaves and you play the U.S. team and you play a great game and you beat the U.S. probably for the first time in a while. So just what has this last stretch been like before this game today?
Look, I mean, obviously it hasn't been easy, definitely. But it shows the character of this team, and it's been tough. I wasn't quite sure what the game would look like today, to be quite honest. Not just taken into what happened there, but also we hadn't played together as a team for 18 months, and we've had a training camp. That's about it. But it shows there, Australians, I suppose, if you go that. But look, obviously Liz has made a statement, and I don't want to divulge too much into that, but she made a statement that was the right decision for her, and we're going to respect that decision and definitely going to support her. Mental health is a real issue, and she's grasped that and moved on. But for now, she's not going to be with us, so we're just focused on the future, not the past.
Yeah, I guess, Sandy, could you talk a little bit about, two things: the fact that you guys shot so much better from 3-point range than USA did, and also I feel like you were able to exploit them inside, which a lot of people thought was going to be one of the strongest points of this team. I know it's early, but how well you guys seem to be able to get the ball inside, especially in the second half.
Yeah, that was obviously a big adjustment. It's like, I love you taking open threes, but if they're not falling, we make sure we're getting our feet in the paint and getting post ups and trying to exploit what we thought that was a strength of ours. And, when we had a good balance of inside outside attack, I think that's when we were at our best. I think we had 19 threes in the first half, and that's a lot, especially if they're not going in. We were shooting 30% at halftime, but we found a way just to have a little bit more consistency the way we needed to play. And I thought we're a very unselfish team, and I think that helps. It was more encouraging. You got to move the ball against the USA. There are a lot of great players there, but we've got to rely on our teamwork to get us the best shot possible. And once we had that good balance inside outside attack, that certainly helped us. But defensively, we stepped up too, and we could execute our scout a little bit better.
Akiko Yamamaki from Kyoto News, Japan, and this question is for Jenna. How this win affect you and your teammate?
How did it affect us?
Yeah, how this win?
I think it's a confidence builder that we needed. We haven't played a game in a really long time, and winning is a habit. And so we're hoping to move forward and continue to win and continue to have that winning culture. Just excited to be back on the court and playing games. I have just the utmost trust in every single player on this team. And I think you can see that with the way we play with each other, the way we, rotate on defense, the way we move the ball on offense. It's just a real delight to play. And I think we're just going to keep getting better and better with each game that we play.
It's Kareem Copeland from the Washington Post. I want to ask, you mentioned stepping up on defense, created a lot of turnovers in that second half. And I'm curious, what adjustments did you guys do that kind of forced them into, some bad passes, bad habits that got you guys going the other way with it?
Yeah, to be quite honest, we just, executed the scout that we wanted to. We made some breakdowns in the first half and we wanted to be a little bit more aggressive on the ball and fighting over screens, but it's a 5-man defense and loading it up a little bit more and finishing plays. They got some offensive. They still had 11, I believe, for the game, but
Did they?
crazy. They didn't score that much out of it, I don't think. But it was just more just being a little bit more disruptive. I think a team like that, obviously they're a great team, but you've got to be disruptive on your defense to take them out a little bit of a rhythm. When the ball, I thought in the first half we weren't getting in passing lanes or anything like that. But once we started doing that, and that gave us build a little bit of confidence. That helps, and then we could get out and run. I thought our running game really got going in that second half.
Jenna, you mentioned the confidence that a win like this will help you, but it's not just when you're beating the 6-time Olympic gold medalists and the number 1 team in the world. How much will this help you guys going into the Olympics next week, knowing that you've beaten the team that everyone expects to be the heavy favorite or is the heavy favorite to win another gold?
I think we all know that it's a friendly game and they didn't put all their players on. I don't think Brittany Griner played a lot of minutes, and I think they were getting sort of everyone in and out. So we're not going to get too over the top with that win. I think it's just good to be able to play a game, and with each game that we play, we'll continue to get better, and as will the USA team. We have no doubt about that. So definitely not getting too high or too low about this game.
Yeah, Coach, I know it is an exhibition, but I was just going back to the records. Have you ever coached or played on an Opals team that beat USA?
No, first time.
So
High five me. Yeah, finally. I've played for a long time for Australia.
Yeah.
17 years. So yeah, it's the first time. But like I said, like Jenna said, we're focused on what we are. We know they're going to be a better team, and we know that we can be a better team. That is our first real game together in such a long time. But I think I've been a coach with the team since 2018, and 10 players are from the World Cup. I think that continuity, and when I selected the team, that played a part in the selection process because of our lack of preparation, bringing experience. And Jenna's a fantastic captain. But you see, we have great camaraderie, we have great chemistry, and that goes a long way to having great success too. So it's a stepping stone. We know every country is different. That's the thing. It's respecting your opponent and knowing, you're playing Japan one day, or, we got Belgium and China. They just all play differently. So we have to make sure we're very we can adapt to any kind of style that we're playing. But it's a good start. I won't lie about that. It's nice to win. It's not every day you get to beat USA.
Do you know yet what the timetable may be in terms of having a replacement player when you may name somebody? Is there, maybe the pool that you had, is it going to come from that pool? I think it was maybe 17. I could be wrong about the number. But can you just fill us in on any of that? Yeah,
we had to name 2. We have 3, like Sammy Whitcomb, and that was only just because of Lay, obviously. And we have 2 others there. We're in the process of trying to see if we can get approval from the IOC to have that, because I think hopefully we can get that done, and that would be great to bring another player over. And they're not here now because we just didn't think it was fair for them to come over and do some preparation and then have to go back for another 2-week quarantine. So if anyone does Australia, they're all in lockdown at the moment. It's been really difficult for our players. They finished playing the WNBL in December, which I spent 3 months, 2 quarantines over in Australia, and people, it was hard for all of us, me included, having to go back there and not being able to do a European tour. And these girls couldn't even train, couldn't even get out of their house at times. So credit to the ones. There's 6 players from Australia, have faced a lot of adversity. In America, at least we had a little bit more freedom when we're playing basketball, but it was great because Jenna, she was apparently telling me she wanted to sub. I didn't see that till a while, but her legs were so heavy. I mean, that explains. She hasn't played for so long. She's played in a second tier one, but it's a little bit different level.
Sandy, Chantel Jennings with The Athletic. Good to talk with you. Ezzy had 17 and 5 today. I was just curious, where have been the biggest strides in her game that you've seen?
A confidence. We have utmost confidence in Ezzy, and you see her gradual growth. And I think just from the start of the Seattle year to now, and I've spoken about her, it's like, you got to believe in yourself. You got to bet yourself a little bit. And, she came out and was shooting from the perimeter, but she's very versatile. But I think she just, you think, you're playing against the best. She plays, obviously in Seattle, best team in the league. So she's learning against some really great players there that are helping her. And we want that from her. And she's been with us. She's only young. She's only going to continue to get better, but she's a big piece of what we're doing. And if obviously without Liz there, it allows us to be a little bit more faster and a little bit more dynamic.
Oh, Roy.
G'day, Sandy. G'day, Jenna. Great win.
Hey.
Quick question for you, Sandy. Is it still possible you girls play with 11 in Tokyo? And how do you envisage that working out? And for Jenna, how have you girls gone about building a bit of confidence and belief and just telling the girls take a few more shots and things, considering there's a lot of points there to make up in the lineup?
Yeah. To the first, we're hopeful, Roy, to be quite honest, and apologise I didn't answer your text yesterday. I was kind of busy. A little bit. We're hopeful that we can get the 12, but in the end, it's in the hands of the IOC. I mean, they usually say it's a physical injury or COVID, but this mental health is an injury too. And so we're hopeful that we can bring that 12th player. And if it doesn't work out, we'll just do the old Aussie way and just go, okay, it is what it is. We control the controllables, and that's why I preach to this team here. And we can't let things that are out of our hands worry us. But we're in the process of trying to make it work. So fingers crossed.
And sorry, can you repeat the question to me?
Sorry, I spoke too long, so you couldn't remember.
Jenna, how have you girls gone about sort of building some confidence in each other and telling players like Ezzy and others to take a few more shots, be confident with a few more misses, considering you got to make up those points that you don't have there?
You know what? I just think we're so much more difficult to defend now. I don't think we're solely focused on one player. We move the ball well. It happened to be Ezzy today, and I'm sure it'll be another player tomorrow. And, each game is going to be really different. Whoever has the hot hand, and we'll be trying to get them the ball. In terms of confidence, this group has been together for a long time. As Sandy mentioned earlier, it's part of the reason why the team was picked the way it was. We've played together, and we were hoping that once we got together, because of the lack of preparation, that once we did get together, the camaraderie would come back really quick and we'd get in sync quite quickly. And I think you could see as the game went on, just, our rotations on defense and the way we move the ball on offense, you can see that trust just coming back, and it's only going to improve. And I'm just excited to see what this group can achieve.
Thank you. And the final question today, we'll go to Takeshi Shibata.
Hello, I'm calling from Tokyo, Japan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you for your time. And my question first is to coach. Can you share the thoughts about how Leilani Mitchell played today?
Yeah, no, definitely. Look, Lay's this is our captain. They're the experienced players, and it's the same thing. She's an experienced point guard, and I always felt that's what we needed. In the World Cup, Lay was injured. Our other point guard was injured. We had to go with Katie Ebsbury, who I thought was great. But Lay, she's played in this league for so long. She's had really big moments for so long. She's like another coach on the floor, to be quite honest. And I think that's kind of helps because she knows the system so well. She knows how to make sure players in the right spot that need it. And she led from the front, and I thought when her and Katie had a really good combination out there as well too. And Katie is obviously our backup point guard, but two handlers, I think that certainly helped us.
And please, Jenna, I'd like to ask you about if you're in touch with Taku Tokashiki, a Japanese big center, please tell me about it.
I played a couple of seasons at Seattle with her. She's just one of the nicest humans I've ever met. We don't speak regularly, but just a few, messages on Instagram. But I always try and keep up with what she's up to. And I was very saddened by the news last year, and I hope that she's doing okay.